Welcome to day 102. Now, we have an accidental new revenue stream, which I'm going to tell you about for Faceless YouTube channel. I'm going to systematize how I actually have done it because it's pretty intense. It uses loads of AI, but also me, so I'm going to turn it into a system and give it in the main channel. But I'll tell you about how I made money literally within 6 hours of the first upload, which was pretty cool. So basically YouTube, we've hit like 68k I think. School, 56 members still, people still churning. SaaS, I think it's 30 sign-ups now, which is cool. But only one are paid. And then my Faceless YouTube channel has like 4 subscribers. But I've already made money. I actually made £5. But that's pretty cool to make money literally the same day. And I'll tell you how I done it in a minute. Did it? Done it. How it happened. So, first thing I want to talk about though is like the future of what the heck is going on with Claude. So I just made a video for like my kind of ranty channel, I suppose it is. Basically how Claude, everyone is wanting to use Claude all the time, right? But it's always got these down days. Now if you come on their official status page, you'll see that like multiple days it will say green. There was no downtime recorded. Meanwhile, I'll get emails every day saying that there are elevated errors and stuff's not working. And the reason that I actually have come in to see this is because inside of Arc, you can see Claude code's not working. Now here it's not a configuration problem. It's actually a Claude problem. Because I then went to Claude and it didn't work. And then I went into another Claude and it gave me a 529 error or something. But luckily inside of Arc, we have a way to just swap to the Codex CLI. So I've been able to keep moving forward my Faceless channel using ChatGPT. So it might be ChatGPT first again. But yeah, Claude, how are we going to move forward with this? My entire like business idea right now at least is in Claude. So we might need to just pivot to like full code, vibe coding across everything and expand out because this is ridiculous. And this is ridiculous. And then Mythos, their whole thing here too, ridiculous. Unauthorized access. Anyway, back to business planning. So with the Claude thing, the reason I'm bringing it up is because Arc was supposed to be this all-in-one place for like apps and agents, right? Then I was having to go down the rabbit hole of like agent to agent, but then also preview how you're supposed to see your app, etc. So now I'm going to look into agents.md, and I think honestly, if nothing else, it's going to become like an infrastructure, at least for a fast swap between coding models. Whether that's Gemini, Claude, Codex, or OpenRouter or something, right? Because relying on one of these providers, I'm not liking it. I'm also not liking the idea that I'm sending all my stuff up to a provider. Oh, and also, you may have seen my video or not, but part of the reason I don't like Claude right now as well is they're getting worse. Their models are getting worse. They're rolling out new features like crazy, and then design 100% I've used in like 4 generations, like 4 landing pages, and that's my weekly limit done. And then I go to Claude Code and use it, and it's broken. It's complete farce. So basically, Claude, not happy about it right now. Anyway, enough of that. So basically the thing I'm thinking here is that Arc can just become a fast way to use like agents, basically. And we maybe should look at this because the ability for me to just come into Arc and then go up here and just like swap to Codex or Claude Code and just be signed in via the terminal, boom. And also if Arc closes for whatever reason, these are still running in terminal. So I mean, it's perfect for running a bunch of agents. So that's a possible pivot, which could be a cool idea. Anyway, back to this kind of stuff. So we've been busy. Basically, honestly, the main thing's been this Faceless YouTube channel. So a bunch of kind of problems have propped up, which I'll talk about just briefly before I tell you what's going on with it. Basically, we're creating. Let me come and show you briefly. We go to YouTube. So you get like lo-fi music or whatever, right? Which I am sure you're familiar with. So I thought let's make a lo-fi type of thing. So we've made this here, lo-fi Jesus. How do I say? But because as you may or may not know, I'm getting into my faith a bit more recently. I was looking for, something like this in the background, or something in the background music, and then clicked through and found this. Hey, other people already have Lo-Fi Jesus. I literally didn't even Google it. I just was like, hey, that's a good idea. Let me just do it. Anyway, I can't find mine. I don't know what the heck's happened here. Because when I search on my little one, I could find it straight away. But yeah, so there, click through here. So anyway, I had an idea. Lo-Fi Jesus, right? Psalms. Psalms are songs that are inside the Bible. Now, these songs don't have music to them in the Bible, so at least ancient texts kind of do, but whatever. So this and like some lo-fi kind of early morning vibes, right? So I just downloaded all the Psalms, then I put them through Suno. Suno doesn't have an API key, so instead of using the API key, I'm using Playwright, which is like a browser using AI, which is pretty cool. Not AI, a framework that your AI can use. So through Suno, then KIE for kind of cheapish image and video generation, and then just using like local kind of FFmpeg plus then Claude Code to create the videos, which includes also shorts, so longs and shorts. The shorts then also have captions, which are generated all on my computer, no APIs or anything. In the longs, we have compilations, so like Psalms to sleep to, all of the Psalms in one, and then also just like individual. So we literally have, I was just checking, it's something like 330 long form videos and then like 150 short, something crazy like this. Anyway, we uploaded two. We'll initially try to use Blotato. I'll get into how I made money on it in a minute. We try to use Blotato, but I find the Blotato UI really bad. I find it almost unusably bad for me, as someone who knows a little bit about tech. So I can think in my mind, would I rather use that? I'll just log on to Google Cloud and figure it out myself, because I know how to do it. I just don't want to spend the 5 minutes to do it. So anyway, I'm not using Blotato. I'm just using the YouTube API from Google Cloud because it's so much easier for me to use, and just manually uploading the videos actually, and then letting the AI plus the YouTube API then go and add the thumbnails, add the titles, descriptions, schedule them, etc. So all of this is going on. We created two on the channel. I don't know why this isn't coming up. I mean, let me find it, because it should be Lo-Fi JC. Come over here. So Lo-Fi JC, boom. We had these two videos, right? We have hardly any views, but the idea is that it picks up across time and you add more videos, and that this is like an automated pipeline. And then once we abstract the pipeline, we can then obviously teach people how to do that, because I like to teach people, and then do the same thing, but not just for the Psalms, but for other parts of the Bible, other things. So instead of lo-fi, you could have, jazz, whatever, right? These kind of things. Yeah, so inside of here, if we go in, so for example this one, see I already actually have a couple comments, which is cool. And in the top here you can see, enjoying the music, support my work, buy me a coffee. And that's what we got. We had someone buy us a coffee, which was pretty cool. So in here, someone's come and supported it, which is £5, like $7 or something. So we literally made $7 off the bat, boom, first time. So now I'm thinking here, I'm like, right, Arc, I need this as a nice fast way to switch between AIs, right? And so basically be an AI agnostic. Maybe as well looking to see if open code or something could work here, but I think my own proprietary platform is what I prefer. YouTube, we're working on sponsored videos. This is kind of just keeping us in the loop. We have a couple other channels like this one and the other one, but these are just, little side projects. YouTube for sponsored videos, Arc for development. We have this Faceless channel, so the idea now is that this will become a pipeline and we can run multiple channels. And then also to kind of teach that kind of thing in YouTube, and then maybe in school as well. So what was the last part I was going to say? Yeah, and then is it school? School from yesterday's conversation, I kind of had an idea of what I was going to do when I went away, but now I'm kind of lost again, trying to figure out practically what the school should be. I'm thinking like probably building, but mainly community and building, and then we need to try and figure out this monetization malarkey, But I think honestly, kind of, yeah, monetization I guess is also marketing. So there's a lot of stuff going on in my mind all the time, but this faceless thing is what we're currently working on. Faceless, faceless. I was gonna say faithless, but it's not. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, that's kind of TLDR of day 102. Is that the faceless one has been taking up most of our time. My brain's not working because it's dinner time and I need to go. But faceless one is taking up most of our time. It's already got revenue coming in. So the idea is, cool, let's automate this, standardize it, scale it out. That's the idea. The YouTube stuff, we might just focus the main channel on sponsors and then do the videos that I want to do, the little ones, on a new channel so that can just be kind of raw and I don't have to worry about it as much. Arc, I actually do use day to day, so I'm as well investing in fixing that. In school, I'm still trying to figure out where this fits in all of this and if it really is what I want to do, school or not. Because I do want to help people, I want to provide real value. I don't know. But anyway, so there you go. I do think, to be fair, the faceless thing, I do think it is real value. I have actually been listening to my own songs pretty much non-stop since I made them because I actually think they're really good. So anyway, hope you enjoyed today's update. It's short and sweet. The kind of idea right now is just to keep moving. I'm finding essentially the thing that I say all the time, which is action beats strategy. Always action beats strategy. Boom. And I always have like a bunch of ideas that I write down in a notepad all day, every day, all my ideas. But I have so many ideas that they never come to fruition. And so that's how I find that for people like me, which might be you, is just do the action. Because I am a full-time YouTuber now. I'm replaced my salary with YouTube. Granted, this doesn't have a pension scheme, doesn't have a sick scheme. Maybe, this, that, and the next thing. But the idea is that my life goal was, as a child and an adolescent, teenager, was always to like be a millionaire or whatever, but it was to be a YouTuber for most of my life. And I suppose now I am. I should feel grateful for that. So, yeah. Amen to that. So, take care and I'll see you later.